Hello, this is Monica from Unique Designs by Monica, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these feathers. And this is going to be a little bit more interactive to teach you the different ways I got from here to here. So let's get started. Now, all of these shapes are going to be done nothing more than using basic shapes in Cricut Design Space. So what I'm going to start with is a square and a circle. These seems to be the most I can get a lot more uh, shapes using these two, not more SVGs using these basic shapes. So what I did is just from top to bottom, it's going to look like a pill. Let's flip this actually. There we go. And what you want to do is get a pill shape, just like that. And this is going to be the basis of all of our shapes. Let's weld this. And now let's do the little spine of the feather. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to elongate this. I'm going to make this a little longer than my previous one. As you can see, this is a little shorter right there, but this one's going to be a little longer. And let's change the color so you can see it a little bit better. So let's start with red. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another square, take it off the lock, and make it into a nice little rectangle. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me bring this down a little more. Somehow it doesn't like it has a roof that doesn't go back by. I cannot speak today. It is just not my day to speak. Okay, so I'm going to flip this. There we go. Try to get a nice little V shape. I want a V shape. As you can see, it's not quite a V right here. So I'm going to manipulate this until I actually get the V portion. All right. And select these two and weld. And I'm going to just duplicate this all the way down. Now you can make these as small or as large as you want. I'm just going to give myself about that many to do. All right, let's see if I can do this correctly. Is it vertically? Nope. Every single time. Every single time. Okay, horizontally. There we go. All right. I don't need this back portion right here. And I want to grab this. It's not going to let me. Let me just take this off. And I'm going to weld. All right. I'm going to duplicate this because I'm going to have to cut into it. Let's move this back. And I want it about right there. All right. And I'm going to slice. All right. As you can see, it cut the bottom right here, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to take this off, and I'm going to elongate the bottom. I didn't do that with my previous one, but I should have, and I didn't. All right, let's see if I can make this longer. Let's get a little close, because I don't want to have it have an edge here. There we go. And I'm going to weld. Alrighty. So this is the beginning of our leaf. This is our very first leaf. Ta-da! Or feather, not leaf. Very first feather. So if you wanted to, for whatever reason, say that you wanted to have these in different colors, the feather itself, what you could do is slice. Of course, I don't know why it did that, but it did. I can take that off and this off, take my original and put it right back on. So now you have different ones that are cut out. But for whatever reason, it didn't cut out all the way through. So let's do this again. It didn't cut all the way through. That is very interesting. Oh, I see why. One side is over by just a smidge. Okay, I'm going to grab everything again and I'm going to slice. All right. So if you just wanted it like this for your leaf, that's perfectly fine. But now you have that cut individually. Now say if you wanted a multicolored for whatever reason, I'm gonna take this. Now this is gonna be a little bit more in depth. I'm going to separate all of these, or at least a couple, so you can get the general idea on how to go about removing some of these and changing the color. I'm gonna get myself a square, elongating it, and I'm gonna just tilt it ever so slightly. I want to make sure that it's in the white area. You see how this has a little white area? I'm going to get myself a triangle. And I'm going to just resize this so in order to fit that area. Alrighty. And let me weld these two because I'm going to use this multiple times. Nope, not that. I wanted this. There we go. So I'm going to grab this and slice. I no longer need this or this, and this is now detached, so you can change the color to this. I'm going to do it again with this one. And make sure it doesn't touch anything else except for that shape. Let me get it a little closer. There we go. Grab this and slice. And you keep doing that over and over again until all of these are released. Oh, it seems like I cut off a little small piece there. But now you can change this to whatever color you want. So if you wanted to say you wanted orange, and let's cut this again, slice. Let's duplicate this. Grab this, and then slice. All right. You get the general idea. Now this is all loose. So if you wanted, all you can have to do is just line everything else up, put these in its respective areas. But for whatever reason, it's not working. There we go. Let's change this to different color. And this one right here. So let's go a little darker. There you go. And you keep going all the way around until all of these are removable. And you can have something like this. All of these have been removed. Just covering it up and then slicing it over and over again. That's what ends up happening once you remove everything. So now we have this. We have this. Now let's get a little more intricate. You're like, okay, that's well and good. It's a nice little simple basic shape, but I kind of want to go a little more intricate in making my leaf. So now let's just add some little flair to this. So let's go with the first shape. We're going to copy. No, not delete. There we go. I'm going to remove this because we don't want anything to happen to that. Let's move this up a little higher. And we're going to grab ourselves a triangle. Now this triangle, you can do several different sizes. Really thin, really thin, really thick. And all you're going to do is you're going to just tilt these ever so slightly in different locations, all up and down. And now I'm going to weld this and flip it. Oh, I didn't copy it, but now I can flip it. Alrighty, and I'm just going to move this up a little higher. Tilt it so not all of them look the same. You don't want this to be uniform. You want this to be as chaotic as possible. Okay, I'm going to flip this again. And then move this down just like that. Alright. Now, these will not cut unless they are welded all together. As you can see, all of them are welded right here. Now I'm going to select everything. Okay, that's going to be a little, alright. I'm going to select everything and I'm going to slice. What it's going to give me is a bunch of tiny little shards that I got to get rid of. And let me bring this forward. I may have gone a little too big with a couple of these, but that is okay. You want this as organic as possible. So I'm going to take this very same one right here, and now I'm going to add some of these little images that are sticking out right here. And the way I got that is my good old trusty heart. Now that we've cut into it, now we're going to add to it. Alrighty. This is basically all that you need. So I'm going to slice this. You're only going to need this and this. Nothing else. I'm going to flip this. That's right, it doesn't flip when I click onto it. I have to go up here. Not that kind of flip. Alright. For my bottom portions, I'm going to take this out. And I can add as many as I want, as big as I want. And all I'm going to do is just going to flip this again. And all I'm doing is just adding to this. I'm going to elongate this. And I want these to be on the tips, some of them on the tips. Now, if you want to cut this, if you don't want the whole area, you can always slice this. Let's slice this right here. Not weld. Slice. Nope, it's still welded. Oh, okay. Let's do this again. Let's highlight everything and slice. Alright, I no longer need this. And now I have several images to work with. Okay, right there, right there, right there, right here. I know it looks like a hodgepodge right now, but once you weld everything, and then you just put this right on top. Just like that. Now, you don't have to go this deep. I think I went a little too deep with this one, because if you can see, I just made little slits on this one. I went a little too much on this one. Now it kind of looks a little more of a hodgepodge, but you can fix that. You can always fix that. And the way I fixed it was I just grabbed myself a circle and another circle and a square. Of course, a square. Just fiddle with the shapes to fit in. Like that. Let's weld everything. There we go. And then you can just repeat the process of adding the square, I mean the rectangles, triangles, that's what I meant to say. Maybe not so predominant this time. And let's just slice through these. There we go. Yeah, I went a little too crazy on how deep they were. Let's weld this, and now we can slice. All right. That looks a little better. Not so crazy. Alrighty, let's bring this forward. And our last but not least, say if you don't want the little spine in the front, you can just weld. Nope, not slice. Went a little slice happy here. Weld. Now if you want to give it a more of a realistic look, just grab yourself a triangle, go to the bottom here and have it go from tip to tip and slice. I'm telling you, went slice happy, giving you a nice little point. Just take your time with these. Don't go crazy like I did. Learn from my mistakes. Work with smaller triangles, not so big. Otherwise, you're going to get something like this, which it doesn't look bad. It actually looks very organic. But if you wanted to add these little points right here, it might actually cause some issues. But you can fix it. And with some dedication and some time, you might make it as good as this, because I actually took my time. It took quite a long time to actually make it look this organic, you know, just by using triangles and the same method to get the little feather flippies on there, just like that. Thank you so much for stopping on by. If you liked what you see, feel free to hit that like button. If you would want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you can be notified, because I post every Wednesday and Saturday. Share this video with your friends to teach them how to make their own feather. Thank you so much for stopping on by. Have a beautiful day. Bye.